Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How you guys doing? So today we are going to be making this beautiful jumpsuit that you can see on the thumbnail. It does not have like half length, it's just cut together and it has a wide leg. So that's what we're going to be making. So I have another detailed tutorial of this type of jumpsuit on my channel, but that one does not have sleeve and it has v-neck on both the back and the front. So but what I'm going to be making today, I don't want it to be like that. So this one is going to be having sleeve and is as well going to be having another type of back neckline, so not the v neckline. So let us get started. So the first thing I'm going to be doing here, so I've gone ahead to mark out some certain points. So I have 5.5 inches extension here, so this is going to be used for both my crotch line for the front and for the back. And I went ahead to draft out some of my horizontal measurements. So I have my bust point here, which is 10.5, my under bust point here, which is 13.5, my half length, which is 16, then my hip point, which is 25 inches, and I have enough pattern paper for the length of my jumpsuit. So let us get started. So make sure you mark out all of this line, then we get started. So the first thing we're going to do is to take the shoulder line. So the shoulder line I'm working with is 7.5 inches. So I'm marking out 7.5 inches and I'm coming down for my shoulder slope, which is 1 inches. Now the neckline I'm going to be working with, I'm going to be working with 3.5 inches or 3.25 inches for my neckline, and I'll come down by 1 inches here. So from this point now I'll connect it back to so the next thing I'm going to do is to get my shoulder line. So to get your shoulder line, you're going to be dividing your bust measurement divided by 6 and adding 1.5. That's how you get your chest line. So you divide your bust measurement divided by 4, add 1.5, that's your chest line. So whatever measurement I have on the shoulder line, I'm going to be placing it here and I'll make a straight line. So whatever I have here, I'm going to be dividing it by 2 so that I can get my armhole curve. So for this pattern paper, we're going to be using it to cut out both the front and the back, and you can see that I came in by ½ inches so that I can get rid of any shoulder bulge. So now this is the armhole for the front. So for the armhole for the back, you don't need to go in by ½ inches. So I'm just going to get it this way. So now this is for the armhole for the front. So and this is for the armhole for the back. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be dividing my bust measurement divided by 4 plus 1 inches. So 1 inches is going to be for both the allowance and for the ease. So 1 inches is just fine. So my bust measurement divided by 4 is 9.5. I'm going to be adding 1 inches, making it 10.5. So now for my waistline, so the waistline I'm working with is 30 inches. So 30 plus 1 inches sewing allowance and ease, making it 8.5. Then for my hip, the hip I'm working with, so I'm not working with my exact hip is 38, but I'm going to be working with 40 because I want it to be really free on the hip line. So I'm working with 40. So the 40 divided by 4 plus 1 inches sewing allowance, making it 11. I'll mark it here. Now whatsoever I have here, I'm going to be taking it straight down. So I have 11 here, so I'll take it straight down. So now I'm going to be connecting all of my lines together. So after we're done getting your basic bodies now, so the next thing to do, we are going to be working on the crotch line first. So to work on your crotch line, you're going to be placing your tape from your waistline here. So to get your crotch line, you're going to be dividing your hip measurement divided by 4 and you're going to be adding 2 inches. So for me, my hip measurement divided by 4 is 10 I'm going to be adding 2 inches, making it 12. But I'm not going to be working with 12 because we're working on a jumpsuit. And if I use 12 inches, then I'm going to be having as if it's going to tighten me on my crotch area, which I do not want. So I'm going to be extending it by 2 inches. So I'm going to be working with 14 inches crotch line. So my crotch line here now is 14. And I'm going to make a straight line. So now for the extension, so I'm going to be working with for the front extension first. So you're going to be dividing your hip measurement divided, the entire hip measurement divided by 20. So for me, I have around 2.2 inches, but I'm going to be using 2.5. So you can use 2 inches too, it is fine. So I'm going to be connecting this 2.5 inches into, I'm going to connect the 2.5 this way. Just connected it this way. So now we're going to be working for the back extension as well. So for the back extension as well, I'm going to be coming out by 2.5 as well. 2.5 is fine by me. But for the back extension, I'm going to be coming down by half inches so that the back crotch line can relax properly. So from this half inches now, I'm going to connect it this way. So you can see the way I connected it for the back neckline, crotch line. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to be extending the front crotch down and as well the back crotch down. So I'm just going to. So now we are done with the crotch line for both the back and the front. So now we're going to be working with the neckline for the back. So now remember I said the neckline for the back, I want it to be a hopper neckline, not a V neckline. So I'm just going to extend my zipper allowance this way. So my zipper allowance, I'm going to be adding 1.25. So now because of the crotch extension here, I'm going to determine how long I want my zipper to be. So I want my zipper to stop around, let's say 20 inches. 20 inches is just fine. Okay, 20 inches is just fine. So you determine how long you want your zipper extension to be. So for me, I stopped at 20 inches. So this is for my zipper. So this is for my zipper now. So now for the neckline for the front. So we still have to take out the neckline for the front here, so that by the time we are done, we're just going to cut it out. So the neckline for the front, I want it to be around 8 inches. So 8 inches now. I'm going to connect this 8 inches into our shoulder line. So now this is the neckline for the front. So when we are cutting for on the fabric, we're going to be cutting out the back first before we cut out for the front. So we're going to be cutting out all of this zipper and everything, but we're cutting out for the front. So we're going to be working with like a slash and spread so that we can open up our leg. So to do that, I'm going to come down from my bust point by 1 inch. So I'm taking like a bust dart. Now I'm going to be taking my nipple to nipple divided by 2, which is 4 inches. So my nipple to nipple is 8 inches. So divided by 2 is 4 inches. So I place that 4 inches here. And I'm going to have my dart intake here now. So we are cutting this away. So this 4 inches that I have here, I'm going to be taking it straight down because that is where we are going to be placing the slash and spread. So I'm just going to take that 4 inches down. Where we are going to be slashing, but before then I'm going to be cutting out this entire pattern first before we do the slash and spread. So let me cut this out. So guys, now this is it after I was done cutting out the body. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to open up this part. and you can see that I stopped on the bust point here, so I'm going to cover this up. So you can see I've gone ahead to cover it, and you can see that it's giving like a bust dart now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up this part now. So you can see where I stopped. I stopped at this point here, so we can open this the way we want. So you can open it as wide as you want. So now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to be placing this on the fabric. We're going to be cutting out the back first. So when I'm cutting out on the crotch line, I'm going to be adding 1/2 inches extension. That's for the joining allowance. So let me go ahead to cut it. So now for the cutting, you can see how I spread out the leg. So now I'm just going to go ahead and cut it. So now for the front, we're going to cut the armhole. So I just cut the armhole. I'm going to remove this zipper allowance. So I'm going to cut out the neckline. So then for the crotch part, we're going to cut out the crotch for the front part. Cut away the back part. So guys, now for the cutting of the front, you're going to go ahead to add 1/2 inches in the middle part around the crotch area, just the way I am doing, because that is what you're going to use to join these two pieces of the front together. So you can see that I left 1/2 inches while I was cutting, so you go ahead to cut out the pattern for the front. I'm going to be attaching pockets to this as well, so let me notch where the pocket should be. So the pocket should be 2 inches beneath your 1/2 length. So I'm just marking 2 inches beneath my 1/2 length here. I'm going to notch this out so that it can be visible. So I'm as well going to notch for the back as well. I'm going to notch the 2 inches as well for the back. That's for the joining of the pocket too in the back. So guys, now for the sewing part, so you can see that I've gone ahead to join the zipper area. I've gone ahead to turn the neckline as well with the bias and join the crotch line. So for this sewing part of this tutorial, I have a detailed tutorial. I've said that before. Please check that out. I'm going to be linking it down below so that you can check that out if you want to see how I sew this jumpsuit step by step. So I've gone ahead to turn the neckline with the bias. So I also went ahead to turn the neckline for the front as well and join the middle part. So that's the reason why we added 1/2 inches to the middle part. Now I've gone ahead to cut out the pocket, which is four pieces. Now for the sleeve, I'm using 9 inches. I cut out 9. I'm going to be using 1 to turn the down part and 1/2 inches to join it to the dress. I also went ahead to cut out the rope that I'm going to be using. I cut out 2. So I'm going to be placing the rope on the middle, on the waistline, exactly on the waistline, then the pocket as well. So I'll just go ahead to join all of this part. I'm going to go ahead to join the shoulders, join the pocket and every part of this, and I'll show you the finished look. So guys, this is the finished look of the jumpsuit. So you can see how beautiful it is looking. So if you have any questions, please drop it in the comment section and I'm going to reply. So guys, thank you so much for watching this tutorial and I'm going to be seeing you in the next one. Bye guys.